Hi there, it's Metaverse Zing. Welcome back to the channel. Last week I had shared my collection predictions for Queens. 2 days ago we had the official reveal. So I wanted to do a video to review my predictions, how good or bad I was, and how the release went for me in general. Let's start with the collections. I had predicted these neighborhoods: Jackson Heights, Flushing Meadows Corona Park, Flushing, Astoria, Long Island City, Jamaica or Jamaica Estates, and Rockaway Beach. In the streets, I was thinking Main Street, Roosevelt Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Northern Boulevard, and Beach Channel Drive. In ultra rare, while I did mention film studios because I think two of the reserved landmarks shared by the Upland team were of film studios, later I changed my mind and I thought it could be Jazz Trail, houses of famous jazz musicians in Queens. The reason, because Upland seemed to be going very heavy on the music side. For example, there was a Spotify playlist challenge for Queens. Then the official Queen's release banner had Miles Lama dressed as a hip hop star with a stereo hanging around his neck. So I thought it could be that. Let's jump to what the actual collections were. So the collections were Forest Hills, Astoria, Rego Park, Sunnyside, Douglaston, Long Island City, Hollis Hills, Kew Gardens, and Rockaway Beach. In streets, Crossway Boulevard, Queens Boulevard, Beach Channel Drive, Astoria Boulevard, and Conduit Ave. In ultra rare, it was just curators and very many of the famous buildings in Queens in general. So if I have to look for the ones I got right, while we did not have Flushing Meadows Corona Park as the neighborhood, I would still call it a success because both the properties in Flushing Meadows Corona Park turned out to be the ultra rare. Let me just zoom into this area and I should be able to show you. So this is New York Hall of Science and this is Queens Museum of Art. Yep. So both were ultra rare. Astoria again, Long Island City, I got right. Rockaway Beach. In streets, Queens Boulevard and Beach Channel Drive. Jackson Heights, I know it was a long shot because whenever Upland releases a new city, the test neighborhoods, the stress test neighborhoods, the release first, do not become collection. I've seen that trend since Los Angeles when I was active in the game, and then Detroit, and then this one. But it was a good shot because Jackson Heights is a very culturally diverse neighborhood. Flushing, I'm really upset Flushing did not become a collection because it's historically very significant. But at least if you look at the ultra rare collections, there are 5 of them in Flushing of the 16. So which is a good number, so I'm a little happy that they did choose Flushing after all. I'm not counting the Flushing Meadows Corona Park there, if you consider those as well, so there were 7 out of 16 properties in ultra rare. Rockaway Beach, again, it was bound to be because it's such a popular place and there was nothing down under which was as important and popular as Rockaway Beach. Long Island City, again, it had to be, like I said in the last video, at least for Rachel's family, right? By the way, Ross and Monica are also from Long Island City and friends. So that was it. Now let's talk about how it went for me and what I did. What was my release strategy? So when these two neighborhoods were released, Jackson Heights and Woodside, I made sure that I get something on both the sides so that as close as I could to the border. For example, if I got something here, so it was easy for my explorer to move toward this direction and I could have probably hit Grandstand or anything else. Although they did not open Grandstand for anybody, but yeah, just a thought. The second option was move to the other side, and because Astoria and Long Island City had to be collections, I wanted to get something on this side as well. So when the collections were revealed, when Queens was released during the stress test, I bought this property in the secondary market and the other one. I had the option to choose between two. I did not choose this area because I felt that probably it will be very competitive and there would be like hundreds of users fighting for these 5-6 properties, and I may not get anything. So I thought, let's go to the other side. I went to the Woodside. I bought this property. I kept sending my explorer to this again and again until it moved in a direction this way, so that I could hit both Long Island City and Astoria in one shot. So after I think about sending it about 50 times, it finally did move toward this direction, and this was the exact projectile of my explorer. So I focused on Northern Boulevard first because I did not have anything there. I bought a Harley Davidson showroom. It's not a marked property, but if you open it, it does show you the showroom. Yeah, here we go. And then I tried to get a few marked properties in Astoria, as well as Long Island City. So this is Astoria, and this is Long Island City. So Dunkin' Donuts, Arepas Cafe, and Cafe Driscoll. So these are the ones I got. And then I immediately jumped to the other side of Long Island City because I wanted to get something toward the waterfront. I did not get anything. I did get a few properties in the cool areas. For example, I've got one along the Queensboro Bridge and another one along the tunnel. So interestingly, if I open this property, you would see that my Explorer is actually, sorry, the property does show the inside of the tunnel. So yeah, that's how I'll take my car to Manhattan once they introduce cars and we are able to use them to move to other cities. Another, talking about the misses, sorry, I'll just talk about the order first. So yes, I got something along Astoria and then Long Island. I tried to get as many as I could. I was really a little demotivated because I was only getting larger properties and I spent a lot of time, a lot of UpX there. Then because I had hopes from Flushing and Jamaica as well, I immediately moved to the other side and I tried to get something on the Northern Boulevard again. By the way, I did get a lot of cool properties, so I'm happy about that. For example, if I open this pavilion, the pavilions at Queens, if I show you the street view, it shows you the inside of the hotel. So this is really cool. By the way, anyway, so yeah, that was Flushing. Then I moved to Jamaica. Then I had the option to choose between Rockaway Boulevard, Rockaway Beach, and Broad Channel. I did go for Broad Channel because it just looks so cool. I could not get anything along Cross Bay Boulevard. I tried a lot. I did not get anything along the waterfront areas as well. So I moved to this one. This was the only property I got. I'm happy about that. It seems like people have been building houses here, so the property value, the neighborhood value should shoot up. Then I went to Rockaway Beach, tried to find something, but was only seeing larger properties, which I didn't have enough UpX for, so I ignored them. Couldn't find anything along Beach Channel Drive here or here or here, so I ignored that too. Then I went back to Los Angeles. One of the misses I really regret is I spent way too much time on Flushing in Jamaica and could have rather, and Broad Channel, could have tried to get something in Rockaway Beach if I was so convinced it would be a collection. Second thing was in Los Angeles, in Long Island City, I had the chance to mint Noguchi Museum, which is an ultra rare now. When I found that it was available to be minted, I went to this property. If you see, you'll find me here on 13th April. And as soon as I got here, I was trying to click this, but I was somehow clicking my Explorer again and again, and it was opening the Explorer instead of this. And I wasted about 10 seconds, I think, or so in that. And meanwhile, somebody got this. So I'm really upset about that, but that's okay. I've still got a lot of cool properties. Yeah, I mean, I had to click this, but it was so close and I was clicking my Explorer again and again. That's okay. So that was what I missed. So what else happened? I also participated in the Los Angeles and Nashville Easter egg hunt challenges. Was lucky enough to be in the top 100 in both. So got these two cool block explorers, one for Los Angeles and one for Nashville. If you're new to Upland, in these challenges, Upland team leaves you with a series of clues. The clues could be a wordplay, it could be a Morse code, a Caesar's code, jumbled words, or some hint about a property. You have to decode them. So once you have decoded it, it will lead you to a real life property, which you can Google. So just go to Google or any other search engine you use, type the name of the property. For example, maybe one of the codes is say Empire State Building. So once you've found that, you go to Google, search Empire State Building, get the address from it. Once you have the address, come back to Upland, click search, type the address here, go to the property and visit it, and that counts. So generally I think there would be 7 to 10 properties in each hunt. So you have to visit the properties in the same order. And if you finish in the top 100, I think for LA it took about 24 minutes max, and for Nashville it was 20 minutes. If you finish in time, you would get these block explorers. For new users, I recommend, because you don't need to have any investment in the city. For example, even if you don't have any property, you can still decode the clues and go to the respective properties. All you need is enough sense to be able to do that. Second thing is, if you do win, these explorers, because these are like the top 100 people will get them, so these are limited in only 100 mints will be there for each explorer, which means you would be able to sell them in the secondary market for I think 100,000 UPX to maybe 200,000 UPX, depending on when you do it. So that's the idea. Do not miss these challenges if you're new. Even if you're not new, still participate. Why not, right? That's it. What will I do next? I would now spend some time flipping my collection and non-collection properties. And in Queens, the idea is to save up enough to be able to buy cars in the future. Second, I do want to save some properties for my for earnings. For example, right now I'm earning 190,000 UPX per month. I would still keep the larger ones probably for myself to be able to keep the passive income coming. Second thing, I would also want to finish my building in Los Angeles. I do have plans to build a car showroom if I get selected. Let me just show it to you. So yes, I'm building my apartment here in West Los Angeles. It's a large one. I think it would finish in 47 days if I stake the same spark, but I'll probably move things around and I might even rent it so to finish faster. The thing I like about this is it's such a large property. The apartment sits very well. Second thing, it's just next to the Century City neighborhood. You can it kind of overlooks the entire Century City neighborhood. And since it's the residence for the chief executives and all the valuable people, so I think maybe one day they would want to stop by and get a car for themselves from my showroom. That's the idea. If I do not get a car showroom, I might also consider getting a Block Explorer showroom, but my personal preference is still cars, so I'll wait for that. Next thing, I would also be completing a few properties in the nodes I'm participating in. For example, one is in Century City. It's the one which is really popular, and nodes do have a lot of value. For example, for a collection neighborhood like, let me just Google it for you. Sorry, let me just show it to you on upexland.me. Okay, yeah, it's already opened. So if I search for the Century City floor price, the cheapest property right now is costing you $199, $200 in Century City. In terms of UPX, it's 290,000 UPX, which is a lot. So if you got a property here, you would be able to flip it for $200 and 290,000 UPX at least. If you want to sell fast, maybe list it at a lower price, but yes, that's the idea. For example, I think I got this one for $158. So yeah, that's number one. Second node I'm participating in is I've kind of already participated in. It's Loyal Doyle's Glenview node in Oakland. So I built a house there, and I'll just see how the floor prices change, and then I might buy more properties there, or I might sell this one. Let's see. The third one I have is in Chicago, in Portage Park, going really big on Portage Park, because this is the most active community. I mean, they've already completed 10% of the properties within the neighborhood, so that's a really big achievement. So I have 3 properties there. I'll try to build something once I'm done with the other nodes. The last one is Radish Head is Queens node. So Radish Head is building a node in Holliswood. Yep, this one. So I've got 3 properties there. The cheapest I had was probably the one at the mint price. I had minted earlier, speculating a collection. Then I also minted a few properties. Then I also bought 2 properties in the secondary market. I think it cost me 30,000 for both. And now if I have to check the floor price for these, let me see what the floor price is right now. Holliswood. Okay, interestingly, you can still get for 29,000, so that's an achievement. I will try to get a few more. I'm speculating once we're done with these, the floor price will probably be somewhere around 40,000 in a few days. So that's number two. The thing I like about this node is Radished had an option to choose between Kew Gardens and Holliswood. So he had explicitly mentioned that he wouldn't want to build anything in a collection neighborhood, which is really great, I think, because the value we're getting now is we're getting the value from both of the neighborhoods. For example, Kew Gardens, because it's a collection, the value, the floor price will anyway go up, so the economy is getting better. And Holliswood, because it's not a collection, but because it's a node now, the value of properties will go up here as well. So it's a good thing. That's all I wanted to share in this video, besides what I've already mentioned. I will also slowly complete my treasure hunt web in Queens. Right now, I'm taking 1 to 3 cents to complete a treasure hunt, and that's because there are certain areas I don't have any properties in. For example, I don't have any property here, or here, or here, or maybe here. So if a treasure hunt chest appears, say somewhere here, and I'm on this property, it'll tell me that it's somewhere in this direction, but I still might miss it. For example, I might go here, or far away. So if I have more properties, I should be able to guess faster. So right now it's taking me 1 to 3 cents, but if I have more properties in these gaps, I should be able to bring that number down to 1 cent. The reason why I'm optimizing for the number of cents is because cents are limited, right? I think you can collect 80 cents a day. So if you're taking 4 cents to complete one treasure hunt, you would only do 20 treasure hunts a day. But if I can bring that number down to 1 cent, I can do as many as 80 treasure hunts a day. And we kind of know that spark drop rate is 5% for in these treasure hunts. So in 20 hunts, I think you would probably, there's a good chance you'll get one spark chest, the amount would vary. For example, in tier 1, tier 2 cities, it's 0.02, in tier 4 and tier 5 cities, 0.01. So in Queens, if you're doing 20 treasure hunts a day, there's a good chance you'll get one spark chest, which will be equal to 0.02 spark a day. But again, this number can vary. Sometimes people get unlucky and they'll probably do 50 and 60 treasure hunts but won't get any spark. Sometimes people get very lucky and within 20 treasure hunts you'll probably get 3 or 4 spark chests. So it does vary, but yes, it's all about optimizing the number and maximizing your chances. Yep, I'll anyway create a separate video for treasure hunting. This video will cover what treasure hunts are, whether you should do it, how can you get the most value out of them, and how do you build a web. I have a good friend here in Upland, his name is Icelord. He's been persistently asking me to do a treasure hunt video for a while now. So I think I just have to do one now. And besides that, I think it'll help new users as well, because many people undervalue treasure hunts because they don't understand how it works and what you get out of them. So yes, I would cover that in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.